All right, what up, everybody? Welcome back to Between the Gig. We got a guest with us tonight for the first time. Sitting over there with Mr. Howard. Want to introduce your guests?
This is Wyatt Hofstra, just general extraordinary person, music fan, guitarist, bass player.
Wow, thank you. Only 75% of that was honest.
Well, tell us what wasn't true.
I'm not sure. What did you say? Extraordinary person? That might be true. Guitarist, bass player, I might accept. What else did you say?
That was pretty much it.
Oh,
That was about it.
I mean, you must be a mather.
2 for 3 ain't bad.
That's not 75%.
Blessings to be here. Happy birthday to Landon. Also, really thankful for the invite. Hopefully, I'm welcome back by the end of the show.
Landon's birthday until next week.
Yeah, it's early.
Or it's in July. It's in July.
My birthday's in July.
Yeah.
Oh well, when's your
Because it was on that.
Security
It was
number?
on that second Saturday gig we did in Topeka last year.
Yeah.
Did you just ask him for a social security number?
No, I said if he knows his birthday so well, when is his social security number?
Oh.
It's a good way to get people right there.
Anyways.
Is your social security number based around Nebraska or Kansas?
I have no idea. It's a bunch of
Born in
numbers.
Kansas? Were you born in Kansas or born in Nebraska?
Doesn't that not matter? That's
Nebraska.
They're state codes, man. They're
serious.
state codes.
Oh, you're a lawyer.
Yeah, so you're probably already 3 numbers there by knowing what state I'm in.
There you go. Now
Anyways.
we know everything about him.
Anyway, so the theme today, as we talked about earlier, especially because Wyatt's here and he's been to a lot of concerts with us, is basically our favorite live shows and the artists that they were, and then a good representation of their work, whether it be live or not. So, yeah.
I know one of mine's a live one, but it's just more of what the bands I think we saw live and what we liked about it, and what aspects maybe we take to our own live playing, all 3 of us. So
Yeah. The first
Howard,
one,
you're up first? Yeah.
well, no, actually Wyatt's up first. Do you want to
Wyatt's
introduce your song? And
Yeah, what would you
we'll put the
me-
guests on the spot.
What would you like me to say about it?
Just, when you saw the particular band live, if they played the song, what about the live performance made it worth putting on this list, other than the fact that I had it in my iTunes and I didn't have to pay for it?
With that being a big part of it, for eligibility's sake, this first tune. Do I introduce the tune?
Yeah.
The first
Go ahead.
tune was going to be China Grove by the Doobie Brothers. I saw them. They were the middle band between Dave Mason was the opener, and then they were then the second opener for Journey at the Sprint Center. Probably like 2016, I think I saw them. And they honestly, like we went not necessarily for any band. I just knew
Are you sure
of the
that's
guys.
right? Didn't we go see Chicago together?
This is Doobie Brothers.
Didn't we go see Doobie Brothers together?
No.
I went to Dave Mason at the Stiefel.
I saw the Doobie Brothers at the Sprint Center. I thought we were together with that.
Oh well, no.
They were Santana, but you didn't come to Santana.
Nope, I didn't go to I haven't seen Santana. I'd like to see
We
Santana.
saw Chicago together.
Sick invite, but we'll get to that.
Why-
in a bit.
Sorry,
Why
I didn't
would
get
you
free
kick-
tickets to that.
But
man.
anyways, excuse me, I'm introducing my song.
Yeah. Anyway.
So Doobie Brothers, saw them, and honestly, after the concert, after they got done, I was like, man, they just played so good. They just brought Sprint Center down, so they had to rebuild the stadium. They played it so well. So they were a good concert. But then we stayed and we got Journey as a little dessert on top. So
Sweet. Well,
Cool.
Let's check it out.
we'll know about it. China Grove's the best one.
I like to play it in Pet Band, that's for sure.
What? We didn't play.
I used to play that in Pet Band. No, not college.
Home of the Jeffs.
Home of the Jeffs. Me, yeah.
Yeah, you.
Hey, your iTunes is on shuffle, bro.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Are we ready?
Ready
Is
to
everything
go.
set now?
I believe so.
Okay.
Rock and roll.
When the sun comes up on a sleepy little town down around Santa
Woo!
There you go. Is that how you're it?
Pretty groovy.
Always a good one.
I gotta unshare this thing. Stop share. There we go.
There you go.
All right.
Just a couple times.
Just a couple times.
So Wyatt, what else have you been up to musically?
What?
So Wyatt, what have you been up to musically?
Myself? Well.
You are Wyatt.
What, I don't know. What do you want to know? Musically, kind of been doing a couple covers of stuff.
You just built a guitar.
I did build a guitar. Actually, give me half a second, Howard. You can fill.
Wyatt didn't want to say that he went to that concert with his mom and his ex-girlfriend because he thought it might be too scandalous. But I don't know how long he can keep talking before he actually comes back with this guitar. But I've known about this guitar for the last, 3 years or so?
I haven't been building this for 3 years.
I've been building it for at least 2.
Anyways, I tried to do an experiment with my fa jaw, and I built this guitar.
I like that one.
I just started with the neck, and the body was black. I think this is an old Silvertone something or other, and the neck is an old Global Les Paul neck. So forgive me for not having the truss rod cover yet. I just haven't got there. And COVID-19, thanks Obama or whatever. But then so I had my cousin use like a cricket cutter for LO72, if you might know me by that, with some Galaxy print there, kind of neat.
Yeah, just put that in front of my face.
Well, it's in front of the camera. You're a camera hog. What's new? Anyways, shout out to Christian McQueen. Also, then got some like reflective. I came up with this in the aisle at Hobby Lobby, to be honest.
I gotta be honest, it looks way cooler in person than it does on this.
Yeah, see, and picture doesn't really do it justice. It really is pretty translucent. And I mean, you hang it a certain way, it looks silver and blue.
Yeah, it looks like a mirror, but then the mirror changes colors and it's real trippy.
It's really like those like '90s snow goggles, or like those Viper sunglasses they have nowadays that are just like fluorescent, sort of. That's kind of what it reminds me of. So
I can see it. I mean, it changes colors from here, so I think it looks.
Yeah,
cool.
but it's not that colorful in person. The reflection is the color in person. It's reflecting.
Yeah, but anyways, that is. I mean, like I said, I had the body and the neck and all other parts. My dad and I bought, and my dad and I put together and created. So it's a pretty cool machine. Howard does it way more justice than I do. We just plugged it in, and it's good to see the potential that it has.
Sounds good through Marshall State.
Right, and with your fingers on it. And that was that segment. Thank you.
All right, Landon, you're up next, man.
Oh, we got some more Motley Crue. This is one of my favorite ones. It's from the live DVD from 2003, Carnival of Sins. It's a live recording. We're going to skip the beginning. They do some talking that's not very parental guidance friendly. About 15 seconds. And we're gonna, start at 15 seconds and we'll be okay. And it's just a good tune. It's all about going to a good show and having some fun. And it's on their first record. The original was on their first record, Motley Crue, Too Fast for Love. So let's check it out. The song's called On With the Show, live recording.
We'll get there, I promise.
Oh, yeah. Good call. Good job.
Yeah, see, you said 15. We're going to go 16 just for safety. And there we go.
Okay.
Let's see if we know this one. Six-ring knife and a straight miles of pride.
Nice. We have a question for you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Bret Michaels was the what of Poison?
The lead singer.
Thank you.
Really?
Frontman.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a frontman, lead singer, yeah.
See, I thought about it. We went off on tangents while that song was playing, while our viewers were listening to that song. And it just brought me to, he was on The Masked Singer. So, I mean, that comes on sometimes at my house. And I just didn't really know that he was a frontman. Because they said something about being guitarist, and that's why I thought he was all.
Well, that's how he got his VH1 show.
All right, because I kind of remember that, but also that was right like when I was getting.
Speaking of trash TV.
Yeah, that was right when I was getting trash TV. So.
Yeah.
I wasn't raised SpongeBob and all that. It was public television.
I think he plays some acoustic, like maybe a little rhythm sometimes. Especially like Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Like that's about it. All the rest of them, he just frontman sings.
Wow. You super answered that question.
Yeah.
Good job.
So, thank you. Thank you.
Very knowledgeable.
So what's new in your life musically, Landon?
With my band this last Friday, Saturday. Now, me and Howard, we got together with Mahan. We did some of his originals that he wrote over the quarantine, and it was a lot of fun. The song sounded really great, man. Congratulations. And we can't wait to bring them live to everybody again once we get playing again. So,
yeah.
Otherwise, that's
and you
really
played drums.
I played drums. Yes,
played drums. That's a big accomplishment.
Well, I haven't played drums since quarantine started. Since Howard had all my cymbals at his house, like I don't have any cymbals that aren't at Howard's.
I now only have one of your drum kits and some stuff here instead of two of them and more stuff.
Yeah. So I haven't touched a pair of drumsticks since quarantine started. Yeah, I hadn't touched a pair of drumsticks since quarantine started, let alone sat down behind a kit. And yeah, it went pretty well though. I think I surprised myself a little bit, and I think
it was fun, man.
Have your drumstick spins proved to be a little rusty, or no? No,
they seem pretty good. Nothing real too bad. I got a little sore. I'm a little sore right now still, but it was doing okay. So yeah.
Hey, actually, that reminds me. New media craze is TikTok, right? Don't know if you old timers are on there or not.
No, we're not even on Instagram or Twitter, man. We're just on Facebook and YouTube because we're stuck in the year 2003.
Yes, you have Snapchat, so maybe like 2007. But also because I saw some drumstick spinners on TikTok, and I thought of you, Landon, and I was like, oh man, you get a filmer at one of these shindigs, and you guys take off in little 10-second clips every Monday through Friday or something.
Oh, yeah, we're going to take over TikTok now, boys. Here we go.
Whoa, you heard it here first.
Stick twirling videos right there.
Yeah, you know it.
Well, cool.
All right, Howard, what's your tune you got up?
I've got a track off of the first album the Government Mule put out. Anybody who knows me knows that I really like Government Mule. I've seen him at least 3 or 4 times and just found out about him and felt terrible because I just figured out my life like 4 years ago and found Government Mule. It was great. But anyway, yeah, I saw him. I have a live recording of this one, but this one's a studio version because the live recording's really long. It's really long, so to spare everybody that. But yeah, it was fun. So cool.
Yeah, he has a lot of Government Mule shirts, that's for sure. So
Warren Haynes is like my guy right now. So,
nice.
He just can't do anything wrong. It's great.
Did you do this? Did you do that before Allman Brothers, or was that?
It's a Government Mule is a side project of the Allman Brothers. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it started in 1992 or 93. Anyway, here we go.
like it.
I kept hitting the pause button, man. It wasn't pausing. I just have lost control of this device. That's all right.
Can't leave you two in a room together ever, man. Come on.
Anyway, no, I was telling Wyatt I saw him at Liberty Hall here in Lawrence, and they Warren was using a Leslie effect, and it was stereo band in the PA, and it was going real slow, and it just made you feel real sick. It was really cool because it was intense, really intense.
Nice.
It was fun.
Yeah, I know you like those Leslies. I never really heard the difference, and then like a couple gigs back, you had it on, and I was like, "Yep, I get it now. I get it."
Yeah, because it was right by your ear. Because brought it to a stage you really shouldn't have been on, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Leslie.
Almost like Karen, like, oh man, just
Jeez.
No, geez.
Well, why you're up.
Anyways.
My second selection that was brought to you by Howard not wanting to buy other selections on iTunes.
Yes, but also you did say.
But also these guys put on a pretty good concert. So this was a concert that was in Wichita at the Intrust Bank Arena. Shout out. When we were back at K-Dub.
They should book us, and we'll bring in a whole 50 people.
They'll drink triple their amount in beer, so that'll be good.
But you had 2 open tickets for I and a guest, and that ended up being Kenny Dixon. So Kenny, if you ever watch this, man, love you, miss you. Don't know what you're doing, just chilling. He's a good guy. But anyways, yes, we rode in the back of the old yellow Bumblebee Camaro on the way down to Wichita with you, and sat pretty close, to be honest. So thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Ex post facto. And that was, did I say that was Earth, Wind, and Fire and Chicago? And they put on a pretty cool show. Earth, Wind, and Fire did a bunch of groovy stuff and, kicking cymbals as they do with their feet above their heads and things like that. And then, Chicago came out and rocked it. And so we chose Chicago because personally, there's more hits that I enjoy of Chicago, and again of what Howard has on iTunes, because he's a stingy pocketbook.
Didn't you at a show one time? Wyatt, didn't you ask me like, "Don't you like Chicago?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." Like, didn't you ask me that one time?
I don't know. I may have asked you a lot of things, but also I plead the fifth.
Well, I think we were in Beloit, and you asked me like, "Hey man, you want to play some Chicago?" And
I don't think anybody remembers that. Beloit.
I do remember. Well, listen, I took you guys to Beloit, and I remember some guy came up and was like, "Oh man, you guys sound awesome. You know any Slayer?" So you guys got the stereotypical band there. That was cool.
Yeah.
And they also have that the Beloit's got that room in the back behind the stage. It's like
pterodactyl room.
Yeah, that's
pterodactyl lounge.
Yeah, that's
lounge.
Shout out to Beloit. But anyway,
I hope they get their licensing. Right now, they've had some issues with BMI and like music licensing, so they haven't been booking bands. So I hope they get that figured out because that's a fun place to play.
What?
So Brent, if
you're illegal,
what? No, they just
you can't have like music or radio stations or anything in a bar or like an establishment unless you have the licensing and paid for it. Oh. So like if you go into, let's say, a restaurant in town, like in the Italian restaurant in Salina, and they can only play a certain amount of songs because that's all he's bought. He can't just play the radio station.
Or I'll play the Italian restaurant in Salina and just hire the KWU Corral. I'll tell you that much.
Well, the college got away with it, especially with the radio station. They bought an overall cover, so like the dance team could use music, the football stadium could use it, and the radio station. So it covered. But yeah, that's how they got in trouble. Some bars are getting in trouble. They come in and shut them down because of that. So anyway, so here we go, Chicago.
Well, okay. Yeah. Here we go.
such a long time. The Saturday. Another day in the park. I think it was the 4th of July. Another day in the park. I think it was the 4th of July. People talking, really smiling. A man plays guitar and singing for a song. Will you help him change the world? Can you dig it? Yes, I can. And I've been waiting such a long time for today. Slow motion riders fly the colors of the day. A bronze man still can tell stories his own way. Listen, children, all is not lost, all is not lost. Oh, no, no. Funny days in the park, and every day's the 4th of July. Funny days in the park, and every day's the 4th of July. People reaching, people touching, a real celebration. Waiting for a song. Waiting for a song. Want it, really want it. Can you dig it? Yes, I can. And I've been waiting such a long time for the day. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know how to click pause, man. I know how to do it. Figured it out.
Nice.
For
Thank
the
you.
record, it was not the 4th of July.
You weren't.
All right.
Either. It wasn't Saturday.
Well,
I think
that
Friday.
year, 4th of July was not on Saturday. So
Which year?
whatever.
I think it's
whatever
been
year,
on a Saturday.
like last year or something.
I don't think that was written last year.
Well, it's your opinion.
No, because I think the 4th was on like a 5th the Friday last year.
Oh, the 4th was on a 5th.
The 4th was on the
actually.
Shut up.
Yep.
Shut up.
I think that the 4th.
You knew what I meant.
That means
last
the
year.
party kept going.
Yeah,
So,
so that was
it's a lot of,
it was a bleed-in
family fun time.
carryover is what they call that, I think.
Yeah.
Also, Howard brought up a good point. Happy Mother's Day to you, my friend, and to you as well, my friend, and to all you listening.
I'm not a mother.
Just felt like I should say it.
Thank you.
I also didn't bring that up. So
Yeah.
you want to shout out to your mom?
Shout out to my mom.
Did you tell her Happy Mother's Day?
Mom, yeah, I did yesterday.
Did you get her anything?
This will be
Did you
posted
get a present?
yesterday.
What? No, it won't.
Oh, the 4th, 5th.
Yeah, I think we'll post this on the 5th, 4th. Happy Mother's Day
Maybe in
to
the,
all you moms,
Yeah.
or those of you
Yes.
that consider that you are.
yes.
Landon,
Not just one day of the year, every year. I do not have problems. You have
you have a
problems.
song.
Oh, geez. You have problems. I know. I get this. All right. The next song I have is a band called Volbeat, another little heavier metal band. I like them a lot. I actually I wanted to see them, but I went to see a different band at the what's that? It's a place in Lincoln, Nebraska, the Bourbon Theater.
Bourbon Theater?
They have a lot of Bourbon Theater. It's about a 900 it's under 1,000 person seating place. But a lot of great shows have been there a lot of great shows have been there the last couple of years. And they was a great show and too big for the stage, but really great show. And here's some Volbeat off their last album from a couple of years back. A song called Rebound. So check it out.
Cool, man.
Oh, man. Didn't know you liked basketball.
I do like basketball. It's actually my favorite sport.
Whoa, there you go.
Most complicated sport out there, in my opinion.
That's golf, but don't ask Howard.
Definitely not.
We're going to listen to some Volbeat now.
Let's play, Howard.
Basketball.
It's a shame that you don't know me, 'cause I never made it past the third string. My coach never gave me a chance. He's always blowing his whistle at me. Put me in your game and I promise not to shoot a free. I stick with two. I don't wanna make the steal unless you make a pass. I never pass it off on you. Did you have to give your boyfriend all my letters? I didn't know we were 6 foot 8. He shot me inside a locker. I ended up on the rebound. I called time out, it was too late. It's a shame that you don't know me, 'cause I never made it past the first three. No. My coach never gave me a chance. He's always blowing his whistle at me. Put me in your game and I promise not to shoot a free. I stick with two. I don't wanna make a steal unless you make a pass. I never pass enough on you. Did you have to give your boyfriend all my letters? I didn't know we were 6 foot 8. He shot me inside a locker and I ended up on the rebound. I called time out, it was too late. I called time out, it was too late. I called time out, it was too late.
Oh, yeah. My favorite. One of my favorites.
Cool, man.
That was a
I
good
like
rebound.
that. Thanks. I like how Volbeat can be, really, really heavy in some of their songs, but a lot of it has like an old 50s kind of a sound, and the voice is very soulful and good. So I like Volbeat a lot. Great band.
A fun fact I was telling Howard during the break was that they, as well as Avenged Sevenfold, I believe, opened for Metallica at the Iowa Speedway a couple summers ago, maybe of 17, of which I worked a merchandise tent. So,
You did?
woohoo.
That's awesome.
And then?
Was it loud?
Yeah, it was real loud. You knew what song was playing. I'm not super familiar with any three of those bands. I mean, besides like the hits, obviously, Enter Sandman was like ringing through Iowa Speedway. There's a lot of people, and it was pretty loud, and it was pretty cool. And that's how I got the money to buy my Telecaster. So
That's
thanks,
awesome.
Volbeat and Avenged Sevenfold and Metallica for inspiring young youth's dreams of playing an 85 Tele. So
I actually remember hearing about that show a lot, and there was like tons of people from like Nebraska in my area. They got tickets for it. Oh, it was just a traffic jams out, just out the wazoo, and it was just crazy. So
it was really hot. and there was a ton of people, and we sold a bunch of merchandise, and it was just a mess, and it was like 18 hours on your feet working. It was nuts.
So
That's crazy.
what merch were you working on for the event or for a band?
It was for the event. So long story short, my uncle works for the company that like contracts some Midwest arenas around here, and like I like Fargo and Iowa City and like Lincoln and Kansas City, like maybe Wichita sometimes. Like they contract that company out, and he works for that company. And then when he needs help or he's short on a weekend, I would go help out. So long, as I said, long story short, but that's how I like got to work the Rolling Stones concert and sell merchandise for that. And basically, I mean,
That's
watch
cool.
the show and then do this concert, and I mean, essentially watch the show really and work at the same time. Pretty sweet gig, honestly. It's a lot of work though. I'm not downplaying that.
Yeah.
A little bit sucked, but
Did anybody accuse you of doing it? Did you
no, I
feel
don't
like
think
you
so.
were
I was just waiting for you to steadily imply and have this conversation with me.
I thought maybe you were just trying to say it is a lot of work, and you weren't trying to say that to make yourself feel better about doing the work.
No, see, what I am is it's going to make a government mule pun, but I don't know any. But
that helps to know some.
I was going to say I'm a government pack mule, but I didn't know where I was going to go. So
That's
you
like
told me
the
to keep
name
it
of the
mild.
band. That's
You
the
told me to
point.
keep it mild and clean, though. So I'm going to move on from that joke.
Okay.
Anyways,
We asked you to try anyways.
what else do you want to know?
Well, that's one thing I think most people don't realize is how much goes to a live show, whether it's the merchandise or the actual setting up and all that stuff. I mean, even for a show as small as, a jazz band setting of anything, like all the rehearsals and stuff that go into it, they're just crazy that people don't think. They think they get up there, play the show, and then go get on their bus and have fun all the time.
You do when you get roadie.
Along those lines, working the Rolling Stones concert, I was at the tent that was kind of inside. That was at Arrowhead, whatever year that was, like 15. So that was like a huge thing. And it was funny because Ed Sheeran opened up for him, and nobody knew who that was. Like all the old Rolling Stones rockers, they were like, I don't even care. They're like, what's that noise? And I was like, it's Ed Sheeran playing, I think. And they're like, who's that? And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, he just does like all these big songs right now. And they're like, who cares? So, I mean, they're just still, so we were just swamped still at this stand. But where I was going with that is that you said all the things it takes. So like we had like paramedics and people walking by the tent because we were kind of like close to like the office of the whatever in Arrowhead, and this lady was like talking to us and stuff, and so she was like the head paramedic for Mick Jagger. So if he would have collapsed on Arrowhead's field on this stage, she would have been first one on the scene. But then we inquired that what if Keith Richards goes down? She said, nope, that's Keith Richards' staff. So like
not me.
Rolling Stones are so big time and so old, respected rockers that they have, each of them have their own like EMT staff that is only for them. Like that's something you would never think of. That's honestly, that's a true story. That really happened. So she like bought a T-shirt. She's like, I'm gonna send it to my daughter because she lives in Kansas City. We're like, awesome. At our tent, but crazy.
Wow, that's amazing.
Cool.
The more you know.
Yeah, well, yeah. The small people that even big or small, it's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to share EMTs, and they're luckily in the crowd, so we can
just happen to be bystanders.
A drunk EMT is still an EMT, I'm told.
That's probably
better
true,
than a
yeah.
drunk.
They wore that. I like it when they leave their pack behind and let us keep it, so that's kind of nice too. Anyways, all right.
Well, now they know, man. Okay, so we got one.
Return that.
Yeah, we got one left. Are we ready?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
Pitch it.
Well, thanks, guys. So this last song is by Eric Tesmer, which is a guy from Austin, Texas, that we actually were able to open up for back in February. And we talked about live shows that were impressionable. This was really impressionable because I've been a fan of his for a while, but I've never really seen a concert where the guitar was quite that powerful, and it was really cool. So this song is the one they did with Soundcheck, and it was also the opening one for their set. And so there we go.
Hit it, Pearl.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gotta get there.
Why do you do an Eeyore voice to do that? Hit play. Hit play.
Got a one-track mind and I can't pretend. She's been running the show since I don't know when. Feels like I'm hypnotized. She's got my hands bow tied. Now it's moving too fast for me to comprehend. She's put the treatment on me. I've got no will to break free. Her kind of mind control is perfect chemistry. Just put more treatment on me. One step behind everywhere she goes. Keeps the name on my lips, the me on my toes. This girl is magnetized. She holds my hands and eyes. And now it's well past the point of taking it slow. She's put the treatment on me. I've got no will to break free. Her kind of mind control is perfect chemistry. Just put more treatment on me. She's put the treatment on me. I've got no will to break free. Her kind of mind control is perfect chemistry. Just put more treatment on me. She's put the treatment on me. I've got no will to break free. Her kind of mind control is perfect chemistry. Just put your treatment on me.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I was just telling Wyatt, like, there have been a few concerts that I think I've been to in my life that have been life-changing or, like, mind altering to the extent where it really just changed my perspective on either bands or guitars or something. And this was one of them. This was really just an experience that was really unexpected and just as intense as it could possibly be. So hopefully we'll get to do a few more shows with them.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Anyway.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun in that. You know, the venue was awesome, and I think it helped a lot, you know, kind of being up there and playing and getting comfortable, hearing ourselves through it, but then just getting to be impressed and blown away with, you know, Testmer's sound after that was just an awesome adventure, you know, definitely.
Yeah. So that's it, man. I mean, that's the show.
Yeah.
Do we want to do the whole thing where we can tell them that they can give us money and we'd really appreciate it?
We might as well. We can thank Wyatt for coming after that. So.
Yeah. So we didn't have to pay Wyatt, but we might have to pay some more people. Like we talked about the whole time, it costs to get some songs on there. So if you want to chip in a couple of bucks to help out the show, we'd appreciate it. If you don't, just please keep listening.
Yep.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be back soon when it's safe and live in a town near you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So follow us if you'd like to search and find some of those links at Mahan the Band on Facebook, YouTube. You know, hopefully watch this on the page and share with your friends and family. Tell them where to find it. MAHAN. You know, like I said, all one word on Facebook. iTunes is the same thing. Amazon and Spotify. Check out our 2 CDs are on there. And we have a merch website that is threadless.com. So mahantheband.threadless.com. Go on there, check out merchandise, T-shirts, baby onesies, I don't even know, blankets, pictures, all the stuff you can want on there. Go check that out. And, yeah, thank you again, Wyatt. I know you were coming over to do some guitar work, but thank you for being on our show with us, buddy. Appreciate it.
I loved it.
Wyatt, you're actually ready to start a podcast of your own at some point, right?
I was going to say, not to plug your plug, Landon, but, yeah, me and one of my other buddies – that was not meant really as the innuendo that it came out as. Okay. Me and one of my buddies are going to do a podcast ourselves. I have the logo of it, patent pending. This is called Hof Takes. The PF is just an F sound. That my name and my buddy's name
together. Put that right over my face.
So
just cover everything up right there.
We'll give you 30 seconds to show your show, and
nothing's up and running for that yet. But if you're interested, it should be.
What's the topic?
It's just
talking.
Whatever you want to know.
Okay.
It's going to be
if it's a podcast, it's going to be really difficult to have some sort of interview process to anything.
What? How? What do you mean?
Like, are you going to have people on the show?
Oh yeah, some.
Okay.
I expect that you guys were going to be on the show at some point.
Yeah, and we will make sure and push our show on your show.
That's yeah. Potato.
We'll cover your face on your podcast.
I'll hold the logo right over your face, man.
Listen, I am going to digitally alter, and I'm going to put Mahan the Band on everything. We can even go against a green screen backdrop.
That would be
I'm going to
cool.
pull out all the stops. So you guys think I'm plugging my show now. You wait till you plug your show on mine. So if anybody's interested, though, comment up or HMU these guys, and they can LMK. So, But it was awesome. Oh, yeah. Thanks for having me.
All right, man.
All right.
We'll let you guys go, and make sure you like the Facebook page and check out Wyatt's when he gets his up. And thank you, guys. See you later, Howard. See you guys.
Bye, Landon.
Later, man.
Bye.